Hey guys, welcome back and happy Thursday, which means happy Real Housewives of Dubai finale. Well, recap day. I almost wanted to say Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but no, we didn't get it this week, which means now we have to wait 2 weeks before we get the Aspen drama. I'm exhausted. All right, guys, I'm just kidding. We're back to talk about some hypocrisy here because Teddi Mellencamp seemingly apologized to Lisa Vanderpump amid the backlash of her podcast and the comments that she made on her podcast about Lisa Vanderpump's brother, when really she shouldn't be talking about LVP at all. But people were accusing her of, just being nasty and trying to bring her up for publicity, which I do think that's exactly what Teddi was trying to do. And now she is accusing Lisa of having her fans do her dirty work. This is honestly annoying me, but we're going to get into it. So before we jump in, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Teddi Mellencamp offered an apology to Lisa Vanderpump after some really nasty comments that she made on an episode of her podcast. She made these negative comments about Lisa's brother, Mark, okay? Lisa's brother is no longer with us, and he passed away, and you guys know how everything happened, and that was in 2018. And I just think that it's in poor taste to ever mention someone's deceased, family member. I don't think that's fair. But according to Reality Blurb, after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum said on a different episode of her podcast, which she co-hosts with Tamra Judge, two T's in a pod, she said that Lisa had no relationship with him and didn't speak to him, which is not true. And I've already said that. And that prompted Lisa to come back, clap back, and label her as disgusting. Now, Teddi apologized on her show, but she may have done so reluctantly, and I completely agree with this. For weeks, there had been endless chatter and comments about how LVP was treated during season 9 and the loss of her brother versus this season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Lisa Rinna dealing with the loss of her mom. I made some comments on this podcast to give some clarity and perspective of the women, then versus now, and also mention how I would have reacted differently if I could go back. That's not really how you worded it, Teddi, at all. I had no intention of trying to hurt LVP when I said nobody. Yes, you did. Come on. I had no intention of trying to hurt LVP. When I said nobody knew she had a brother, I meant because she never spoke about him to the group before his passing. While I meant no intent with my words, I realized grief is a delicate thing, and I, nor anybody, can determine or dictate how anyone should react. So I truly apologize. Okay, here's the thing. Then leave it at that. Let it be an apology. Apologize. All right, cool. Maybe we'll forgive you for that. But then she continues to go and pursue LVP and tries to get a reaction. And now she's blaming LVP for having fans do her dirty work, when really LVP's out here busy with being a business owner, being a grandmother. She doesn't have time to do a podcast. Trust me, I know. She's busy. She's working. She does not care about you or two T's in a pod. I like two T's in a pod. I like Tamra Judge. Teddi Mellencamp is like, this is annoying me, to be honest with you, because I don't see how she doesn't see how she's wrong here. But leave it at that, right? Hold on. Before Teddi apologized on her podcast, she didn't seem too happy with Lisa in an Instagram story shared earlier this week, which she seemingly deleted from her page. In a message written to Lisa, which was shared by Love Andy C on Twitter, Teddi slammed Lisa, who told a follower on Twitter to please share her message, which labeled Teddi's comments lies. Yeah, please share the message with Teddi. I'm glad you were able to finally, find my handle to tag me. This is what she said. If you had actually listened to what I said versus going off Twitter, LVP stands, I don't believe you would be needing to call me disgusting. She then added, and what obviously had to do with the Puppygate scandal of season 9. But of course, this doesn't shock me that you are asking people online to come for me and do your dirty work. Okay, but actually we've kind of debunked that too, because when we were talking about it, you're saying that she had to send people to come after you to do her dirty work. Well, hold on. She agreed to film with you and bring you on the show because you didn't actually know anyone on the show. And you admitted that you were cast in a different project, and then Real Housewives of Beverly Hills came up, and that was the only way that you could get out of the other project. So they figured out a way to put you into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which was introducing you as a friend to Lisa, when in fact Lisa didn't know you, and like you said, you didn't know, like you weren't going to meet up with her to do tea or anything like that. So you're welcome, and Lisa helped you out in that regard, because now you have some of your best friends, the Fox Faux Five, out of all of that. And then going back to it, it doesn't seem like Puppygate and that whole scandal was something that LVP was trying to rip everybody apart or make anyone look bad. Because if you go back, you were the one who was talking to John Blizzard and making, going back and forth with text messages and trying to take Lisa Vanderpump down within her own dog foundation. And we found out that it was probably because your brother HUD was not brought onto the show because messages were leaked that you wanted your brother to be brought on Vanderpump Rules. So which one is it, Teddi? Is it that, well, Lisa didn't put your brother on the show, so then you retaliated by trying to, stir up a mutiny and get her off the show? Do you have some resentment because she never put your brother on the show? Do you not care? I mean, you have a podcast. Put your brother on your podcast. As for Vanderpump Rules, it looks like they're doing just fine on season 10, but it does seem like you are retaliating a little bit. And I still don't understand why you keep talking about someone who's no longer on the cast. You're no longer on the cast. Like, I get it. Like, you talk about the shows. Yes, she's not on the show. If you're talking about Vanderpump Rules, okay, sure. But then also making disgusting comments about someone's family member who passed away or took their own life, poor taste. It makes me wonder, like, will Tamra Judge continue to do two T's in a pod? Or now that she's a housewife again, is this going to sink her? Is this going to look bad on Tamra Judge? I have questions. I have questions to which I need answers. Guys, go ahead and comment below. What are your thoughts about the apology, not apology, then coming back and saying, you're having people do your dirty work? I'm almost so sick of talking about this, but they're going to keep talking about Lisa because Lisa makes them relevant. And that's exactly how this is going. I mean, the crown is heavy, darling, so just leave it where it belongs. Yeah, stop trying to with her crown. All right, guys, comment below. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Love you.